Good morning, students. Let's start our lecture. Lecture number one, mental hygiene, the relationship of mental hygiene with other science. First, mental hygiene is the level of physiological well-being or an absence of mental illness. It is the state of someone who is functioning at a satisfactory level of emotional and behavioral adjustment. Mental hygiene is a branch of medical knowledge that studies environmental factors and conditions that affect a person's mental development and mental state and develops recommendations for maintaining and strengthening mental health. Mental hygiene is concerned with the promotion of positive health of individuals in a community by designing and implementing programs which aim at reducing the incidence and prevalence of various mental illness. Mental health may include an individual's ability to enjoy life and to create a balance between life activities and efforts to achieve physiological resilience. According to World Health Organization, mental health includes subjective well-being, perceived self-efficacy, autonomy, competence, intergeneration dependence, and self-actualization of one's intellectual and emotional potential, among others. The term mental illness refers collectively to all diagnosable mental disorders, health conditions characterized by alterations in thinking, mood, or behavior associated with distress or impaired functioning. Mental health and mental illness are two continuous concepts. People with optimal mental health can also have a mental illness, and people who have no mental illness can also have poor mental health. Mental health problems may arise due to stress, loneliness, depression, anxiety, relationship problems, death of loved one, suicidal thoughts, drugs, addictions, and self-harm, various mood disorders, or other mental illnesses of varying degrees, as well as learning disabilities. Therapists, psychiatrists, psychologists, social workers, nurse practitioners, or family physicians can help manage mental illness with treatments such as therapy, counseling, or medication. What is the difference between mental hygiene and mental health? Mental hygiene is a practice of trying to maintain mental health through proactive behavior and treatment. Mental health is one's of overall psychological well-being. Hygiene refers to matters for preserving health. In popular sense, it refers to things like brushing your teeth and washing your hands. In this way, mental hygiene is what you do to keep your mind healthy. Practicing mental hygiene is an ongoing process. Understanding that it is and how to practice it can help improve your quality of life. Aspects of mental hygiene. There are a lot of aspects. First, it is physical health. Physical health, it is, for example, sound physical is essential to keep good mental health. Second, it is intellectual health. Intellectual health can adjust well to the changing. Third, it is emotional health. Emotionally stable child enjoys a good mental health. Fourth, it is interested aptitude. And last one is mental hygiene and environment. Good environment is essential to have good mental health. And also we uh, learned on general hygiene all environmental factors, yes, physical environmental factors, chemical environmental factors, and also biological environmental factors. Mental hygiene, as a scientific branch of hygiene, studies the state of neuropsychiatric health of the population, its dynamics in connection with the influence on the human body of various environmental factors, for example, natural, industrial, social, and domestic, and develops on the basis of these studies scientifically based measures of active influence on the environment and functions of the human body, with the goal of creating the most favorable conditions for maintaining and strengthening people's health. If until recently the duty of hygiene as a science was mainly to study the impact of external conditions on the somatic health of a person, then at present the main concern of it is the analysis of the influence of the environment on the neurophysiological psychic status of the population, especially the younger generation. The most justified and advanced are the principles of mental hygiene, the initial position of which is based on the notions that the world is material in nature, that matter is in constant motion, that mental processes are a product of higher nervous activity and are carried out according to the same laws of nature. Parts of mental hygiene: first, age-related mental hygiene; second, the mental hygiene of everyday life; third, it is the mental hygiene of family life; fourth, the mental hygiene of work and study. The section of age-related psychohygiene includes psychohygienic studies and recommendations related primarily to childhood and old age. Science, since the differences in the psyche of a child, adolescent, adult, and elderly person are significant. Children's mental hygiene should be based on the characteristics of the psyche of the child and ensure the harmony of its formation. It must be borne in mind that the child's emerging nervous system is sensitive to the slightest physical and mental effects, so the importance of proper and sensitive child upbringing is great. The main conditions for education are: first, development and training of the processes of inhibition; second, education of emotions; and third, it is training to overcome difficulties. Physical hygienic problems have their own specifics on old and old age, when against the background of a drop in metabolic rate overall, performance, memory and attention functions decrease, characterological personality traits are sharpened. The psyche of an elderly person becomes more vulnerable to mental trauma, breaking and stereotypes especially painful. Maintaining mental health in old age is facilitated by observance of general hygiene rules and daily routines, walks in the fresh air, and tireless work. The tasks of mental hygiene and is its preservation, communication with other sides, mental health as a personality criterion and conditions for its preservation. Preservation of mental diseases is a system of measures whose purpose is to study the causes that contribute to the occurrence of mental diseases and disorders, their timely detection and elimination. Mental health is one of the main indicators of the health of society and the nation as a whole. Of greatest importance are persons from the risk group, those with varying degrees of tension of adaptive mechanisms, but without sign of their depletion, with signs of exhaustion. Second, early detection, diagnosis, and comprehensive treatment of neuropsychiatric disorders. And third, prevention of relapses and the transition of the causes of the diseases into a protracted or chronic form. The most important tasks of mental hygiene are the organization and upbringing of a healthy lifestyle of people, the improvement of their living conditions, working conditions, overcoming psychotraumatic situations, and the rejection of acute and chronic alcoholic and drug intoxications. The issues of mental hygiene should not be based on the what is good and that is bad problem, but should be a serious problem for maintaining health and optimal lifestyle. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, students.